Hey guys, it's Danny here with another investing result uh, event. These are my investments currently. For we had so I kind of did a slideshow showing where we started and kind of where we ended. This week was kind of an insane mess. Well, we'll just start off with I think the first slide was the performance. We peaked. We were kind of in that 9% range or 8%. Peaked at 12.2, then went to 11. I think we ended about 9.5. So we were actually a little bit up from where we ended before. It was kind of at low nines. But basically turned over the entire portfolio. A lot of craziness happened. I'm not sure I should have played things the way I did, but I did what I did. So basically, what happened is almost everything in my portfolio went up in value by quite a lot. One of the biggest hangnails, NYL, it it was down quite a lot, but it rallied to about negative 20 cents a share on my purchase price. So, but I had collected a dividend of, 65, so I sold that. Most everything was else was positive. Global net lease was way up. Um, PSEC actually popped positive. I got a tiny little bit off of BP, which was a position I hadn't even really had before. I opened it, got a tiny little bit off just because of the craziness, to reduce the margin. Got some off of Income Realty. I actually sold all of Income Realty. So basically, what happened is Zim is a shipping company. It took a huge drop in price. So I took that opportunity to buy a bunch of Zim and then sold it. That's the huge spike on the chart. And then I didn't sell all of it, but I sold most of it because I was kind of waiting for it to go up. I thought it would, keep going. I think it hit into the 20 range. I thought it would keep going, so I wanted to keep some of it to, buying in the low 19s. I wanted to sell some of it, in 21, 22 range. Well, then it fishtailed really badly. Uh, so basically there's a lot of shipping congestion right now. So let's go look at the shipping index. All right, so if we look at the shipping index, the shipping congestion, obviously, because this is a prior year, obviously this was really terrible for shipping. That's why Zim was below 10. Um, it can pay a huge dividend when things are you know going going well. I don't have this is not investing advice on that. This is entertainment only, but that still applies even on the screen. Uh, so, but yeah, so starting this year, obviously the trend has gone way way up. The index is pretty high, so expecting hopefully a pretty big dividend. So obviously there's a lot of rumors that um, congestion may clear up. I don't see it, but that's just me. I don't really see that happening. In fact, there's a lot of reason to think it's going to get quite worse. Going to some of the actual news rather than rumors of news. Record-breaking demand for ocean container amid perfect storm in market. I mean, whether that's an opinion, but there's actually a pretty big storm around the Cape, which is possibly going to delay 600 ships. And since really the main way ships can still transport is around the Cape, that kind of means everything which is backed up is going to be even more backed up. So yeah, I'm expecting Zim to be running a pretty big dividend. my guess, just I have no idea. But my guess is over 20% at this point. But there's a lot of danger, obviously, the dividend, things clear up. There's quite a lot of danger in that. Dividend goes to zero. You know, moving forward, obviously not for this quarter. That's ongoing, but moving forward, dividend goes to zero. You know, maybe the company's balance sheet is in the best place. So there's quite a lot of danger on that. But yeah, I got pretty in there. Currently, we have 416 shares of Zim. Cost basis is $7,546. It's down currently $221. Average price is at 18.14. So, yeah, but you see in the earlier slides, that was the earlier trade we actually got in. It started popping up. Started selling it, in the above 1950. I think we got even some at like 1975-ish. Maybe some close to 20, I think. Yeah, somewhere close to 20. But I was kind of holding some of it. Then it fishtailed down. Now we're in pretty deep at 416 shares. But yeah, almost all of these, GNL, UYL, ESEC, they all popped in price quite a lot. So I did sell to cover the leverage. I kept the leverage around 2,000. It's currently at 2,275. Obviously, I don't like to have leverage if I don't have a dividend covering it. And I consider, I've easily got that covered, especially Zim probably running. My guess, I could be wrong completely, but just my guess, over 20% at this point. But quite a lot of danger, on that 20% dividend, or could even be higher. I mean, it could really pump 30, 40%. But for the quarter, obviously, it depends how things go long term, and there's quite a lot of danger in that, and that's why it's a very risky trade, and what you think is going to happen. Not to say, like that, I'm not like a person who is happy necessarily things going on. But on the other hand, my investing doesn't really have an impact on that. I'm not going to be ideological and say that what I buy with stocks actually makes a difference in the world, because it doesn't. In reality, it doesn't. So just here to make some money. Hopefully, unless we get blown apart, which could happen. I mean, could very well happen. So I don't know that there's going to be a whole lot of videos each week. I look at my positions. I got one Ares Capital, one BP, one GNL, one KMI, one NLY, 50 PSEC, and 84 QYLD, and 416 Zim. So we are just all in on Zim. We've got less than $2,000 of non-Zim and 7,300 of Zim. So I mean, I guess it just depends where Zim goes. If Zim corrects fairly quickly, we can take a little bit of profit. We can start trading back into some of those positions, especially as some of them go back down. Like I like NYL. It was just a bad entry point. But I did take a loss of 20 cents a share on the capital, but obviously the dividend was much more, so it was actually a gain. But I would like to get in back on NYL, for example, just at a lower cost basis. My cost basis was $20.06, and I think that was a poor entry point. Actually, I want to, and that's why I tried to keep most of these. I tried to keep one share so I can see the cost basis and try to beat whatever cost basis I did. When I get back in, I want to get in at a lower cost basis to have higher dividend. I fortunately didn't keep Income Realty. I wish I had one, but I just felt because its dividend is lower than the margin, I just felt like I'm just going to get rid of it and and play it with my gut. I also did get into Public Storage. I like Public Storage, but it has a lower dividend, but it's a big growth REIT. Um, I think probably everyone knows what Public Storage does. Um, so, but I bought one and I sold it. I think I got like $5 in profit. I didn't really intend to do that, but obviously when I picked up all this margin, okay, and I got a chance to make a little bit of money and get rid of some margin. I took it, and my leverage is pretty low, you know. So see what happens here. Obviously, this is pretty crazy because I made some good profit on early in the week, and now I'm in kind of a wild position. And just kind of really at this point just waiting to see what Zim does. May not be a lot of videos if Zim continues to just struggle. But I'll wait to see, obviously earnings. Um, at earnings, I think things could change quite a lot, and there should be a big dividend. Hopefully, also, can at least sell a little bit of it at some point to free up some capital to get back into some other things and continue kind of building this portfolio. My goal would be eventually to have probably 100 holdings. Uh, 100 holdings. Maybe $1,000 each. But that's kind of very long term. I'm not sure how much I'm going to put in per week. Maybe $300 to $500 a week. Maybe if rates start to increase, not rates. I mean the opposite of that. If rates start to get cut, I should say by the Fed, that if rates decrease is what I mean. If rates decrease, margin will become more interesting because it's benchmarked obviously. So if the benchmark is going down, that means your rates are going down. That'll actually very much increase how much I'm willing to put in. But at this current time, I'm mostly building a base for that. Now, this whole thing, I did not intend to play this way at all. Kind of got carried away to be real, but I don't disbelieve what I what I did. I don't know. We'll see what happens. It's going to be wild, and I'm not sure, if we'll have videos every week because I don't want to beat a dead horse or if there's nothing to update, there's nothing to update. But this one was definitely a wild one. To explain a little bit some of the new holdings or some of the things you may see, I like Public Storage a lot. That's obviously, like people have a lot of junk. You can put it in Public Storage. They have one of the best balance sheets you could imagine. They get uber cheap debt because of that. They grow really well. They do they just do everything well, Um, so I like that. I want to get back in there. But yeah, we'll get there. Ares Capital Corp is an investment uh, uh, business development company. Very 9% yield, but it does tend to have growth. It tends to be very high quality. So hopefully, continue to be high quality and grow, and we'll see. But yeah, I want to get more of that, but I just have one at this time. And then Kinder Morgan is it's like a pipeline company. It transports gas, natural gas, things like that. Um, Pretty good dividend. And we'll see. We'll see what we get into. Hopefully, hopefully, things go well. But I mean, at this point, it is what it is. You make the choices I make. And it's like, like I said, you and you alone are responsible for the financial decisions you make. For me, it's all on me, it's all on me. It's not like, I'm reading things and I make choices. No, it's all on me. So hopefully, I didn't completely mess it up, but, I, you know, one of the things I knew starting this is that there were going to be some times where I'm going to take some big risks. Now I like to mostly sit back, in a nice dividend position. Um, but every once in a while I kind of think of myself like, like I'm boxing, I'm mostly defensive, do a little bit of jabs, and every once in a while you just kind of got to go for it, and I've just felt like, um that there are only a few stocks where I feel like there's that thing in me that makes me want to go for it, and this is one of them. I was surprised that it happened this week, and how drastically it happened. Um, and I definitely, there's a lot of it I played wrong, but there's a lot of it I played right, I think, hopefully. I mean, although the position we're in now obviously is a pretty tentative one, but I it just kind of felt like, you know, obviously while a lot of times I'm going to play more defensively, just working on the yield, just do the little I can to keep increasing the yield, like, moving around positions just a little bit to just kind of keep playing with the yield to keep pumping it a little bit higher. But, you know, this just felt like the moment to me to go on the offensive. Um, and I obviously I have Zim. I bought this in two other accounts. One of them is a much higher basis, so that's a little bit ugly. Although I still believe at that price, I think it'll be fine. Another one actually is an even better basis than this. I didn't really move the funds around till later, so that one actually worked out better. Although it's got a little bit, I think it's like 18 flat as the basis. The other one's I think 19.25 in the other account. They're much smaller positions. No, they're not smaller. Well, they are somewhat smaller individually, but combined they're probably more. So I guess total I'm probably in about $15,000 on Zim. Um, just funny because I sort of said a few months ago I would never do that again, but here I am. All right. Um, but anyway, yeah. So it had fun. Made money actually. Although it's a pretty wild and dangerous position. I definitely increased my risk quite a lot, even though I made money, and maybe won't make money eventually if things go south. But at least this week it was profitable. So personal life, trying to exercise, go for walks. Been playing basketball over lunch when I work from home. There's a little basketball court nearby, and no one's using it because all the kids play soccer nowadays. So I've been shooting hoops over lunch because no one's there. Um, I started playing Go again. It's a board game, and then I'm gonna start working in additional departments at work. So that'll be a lot, but hopefully it doesn't cut into my time too much, or energy, I should say. I mean, obviously my time isn't affected because you're at work for how long you're at work, um, but hopefully my energy isn't too affected by that. But it's been good. I've been having a good time, enjoying things. Hopefully this goes well, and hopefully maybe, um, if you like it, if you like these videos, just I don't get any compensation at all from these. All I do is this is for fun, and also hopefully maybe someday I'll have enough viewers, followers to become like an affiliate with YouTube. So if you could just if you like this at all, just follow my channel. Maybe like the video to raise raise visibility. Maybe even leave a comment that all helps just build my viewership. So I really appreciate everyone who views my different videos, whether it's video gaming, board gaming, although I haven't done that for a while, but I may do that again, or investing, and and good luck out there. Just remember you're responsible for the choices you make, and but good luck out there and have fun if you do it, um and just be smart and you know have fun. If you're not having fun, don't do it. Life's too short not to have fun. Okay. I hope you have a great week, guys. Okay, take care.